Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Friday and welcome to Friday Favorites and Flops. I hope you all had a good week. I've mostly had a good week. It has just felt like one of those weeks where there just hasn't been enough time to get all of the things done. I don't know why that would be, right? This is the thing that perplexes me. I don't have any huge work projects right now. In fact, work for me, which is I still have my flower business. I'm just not doing weddings, but there's not a whole lot of corporate events right now, and I'm not getting a ton of personal orders, and so it's not work that's making me feel oddly overwhelmed. I'm not sure what it is, but I feel like I am just in this mode of wanting to get the house organized and doing yearly decluttering, going through Stella's clothes, going through Craig's and my clothes, getting ready to make donations, all that stuff. And I just feel like I'm not even able to get all the things done every single day. Not that there's a timeline, but I don't know. I put an odd amount of pressure on myself when it comes to getting things done and completed. And then when I don't do that, I get disappointed when in reality, it doesn't really matter. But I think it just has to do with personality type, right? Some people are just a little bit more type A. I'm very type A. I try not to be, but it's just I was just born this way. I can remember being very little and being very picky about the way that things were and where they were put away. And if someone didn't put something away correctly, I would have to go fix it. I don't know. There might be some undiagnosed issues there, I'm sure, but that's a topic for another day. We are here for beauty favorites from the last week, so let us get into them. I'll be putting links for everything in the description box down below. That'll show you where to purchase, read other people's reviews, thoughts, opinions, all that stuff. The description box is a plethora of information, so feel free to utilize that down below. Also, if you are new here, I hope that you'll subscribe, stick around, and join us for more random fun here. Okay, I'm going to start with my newest Dossier Perfume. I've been waiting for this to come into stock, literally stalking the website. I didn't need to do that because also I had my email notifications on for this to come back in stock. If you will remember, I have a slight obsession with the Baccarat Rouge 540 perfume right now. I actually have it. Fuck, I forgot. Okay, hold please. And I'm back. Sorry. I had to go get the real thing because I have it. I have the real thing. This is the Baccarat Rouge 540. I have a very sweet girlfriend who gifted this to me. And, boy, is it heavenly. So, I have just about half of it left. So this is the original Baccarat Rouge 540. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, so Dossier. Dossier has a dupe for it. I am on a real mission to find as many dupes as I can. And so I ordered this from Dossier when it came back in stock. It's out of stock quite frequently because I think this is one of their probably best sellers. So when you order from Dossier, by the way, I am a Dossier ambassador. I have been for well over a year now. I love the Dossier fragrances. I think they're fantastic dupes. So Dossier does dupes of higher end fragrances like the Baccarat Rouge 540. They do dupes by YSL, Jo Malone, Tom Ford, Creed, just all sorts of different brands, right? And they're really good dupes. Their dupe of Maison Margiela by the Fireplace is so spot on. And it's one of my favorites from them. It's so, so good. So Dossier does from time to time send me some fragrances, but I also purchase from them myself. In the case of the Ambery Saffron, which is the dupe for the Baccarat Rouge 540, I purchased this one myself. So when you order from Dossier, they do send you this little card here. They do have a money back guarantee. So if you get the fragrance and you're like, nope, this isn't it, you can send it back. They actually tell you exactly on the bottom how to go about returning your fragrance. You can exchange it for another one. You can get a refund, whatever it is that you want to do is totally fine. So let's talk about the Ambery Saffron here. So the top notes here are saffron and orange blossom. The middle notes are jasmine, plum, and cedarwood. And your base notes are oak moss, fir balsam, and amber. Oh, I'm so excited about this, you guys. I've been wearing it this week. You can see I've already got a little dent in it. It's so close. It's so close, you guys. So I'm gonna spray one on one wrist and one on the other, and I'm gonna do like a sniff comparison. So we've got the Dossier over here on my left, and then we'll put the Baccarat Rouge 540 over here. So my right. Okay. By the way, it's gorgeous packaging, right? So with Dossier, you're getting much more like simple packaging. You're not paying for the fancy packaging. You're not paying for the fancy name. You're paying for the perfume inside. Okay. So that's the dupe. That's the real thing. They are very, very close, but it's not one of the ones that I think is the most spot on. But I also don't think most people would be able to tell the difference once they smell it on you. I think the original Baccarat Rouge 540 is slightly sweeter. Although as it dries down on me, it gets a little less sweet. So I think once it's dried down completely, it'll probably smell a little more like the dupe. But what I think I smell more of in the Dossier version is that saffron. That is definitely something that stands out to me in terms of the scent notes. Yeah, that saffron is the number one thing that I smell. But not in a bad way. It almost makes the Dossier version a little bit more unique. I love them both, but they're not like 100%. I would say this one is like 97, 98% similar. It's just such a beautiful scent, you guys. And what's interesting about this particular fragrance is that it kind of tends to smell different on different people. So it just depends on your body chemistry. I have sprayed this on my jacket as well. Man, this one clings to clothing. So I would not spray it on anything that you don't want it to like be kind of not permanently like attached to, but something that you don't wash super regularly, like a scarf, like a cashmere scarf, or a like a jacket or something like that. I would be careful not to spray that on that because like this one lingers. It also wears really well on my skin, better than some of my like higher end perfumes. So love it, love it. If you guys are interested, I'll put the link for Dossier down below. That's really, really nice. It's incredibly similar. Just a little heavier on the saffron with the Dossier dupe, but a solid dupe for sure. Okay, let's talk some other things. I went to Ulta to purchase a couple of things that Stella needed, and I found the Caviar Anti-Aging Restructuring Bond Repair Shampoo and Conditioner in the clearance section at my local Ulta. I was like, what's this doing over here? I've never tried this shampoo and conditioner from Alterna. I am loyal to their Caviar Moisture Replenishing line. Have loved that for years. Will love it for all time. But I've never tried this. They might be discontinuing this. I feel like if it's being like discounted in any kind of way, typically that means that Ulta is either not going to carry it anymore or it's being discontinued. So anyway, I purchased both because I was like, well, I might as well try it, especially if it's on clearance. I already know that I love Alterna as a hair care line. I really like this. This is a strengthening shampoo and conditioner. I don't use this every single day. I've used it like kind of as an every other day shampoo, and I really like it. I don't know that I like the smell as much as I like the fragrance. This has kind of like a weird almond note to it that I don't love. I think I prefer the fragrance of the Caviar Moisture Shampoo and Conditioner a little bit more, but they're kind of similar, but they are different. Like I said, this one, for whatever reason, smells a little bit more almondy to me. But it's a good strengthening shampoo and conditioner. I've washed my hair with it today. It leaves my hair shiny and soft. I don't know why they would discontinue this. That makes me kind of sad. Now that I, of course, am kind of falling for it, I'll probably learn that it's being discontinued. Anyway, if you happen to find this in store, snag it. I guess it's worth a snag. I don't know that it's on sale online. I'll see if I can find some information, put it in the description box down below. But turns out I like it, which it's probably being discontinued. Okay, let's do some skincare. Okay, this week, still on my mission to complete the usage of some of my masks that I have in my skincare drawer in the bathroom. And this week I was using my Dermatology Pore Refining Pumpkin Mask. This one's kind of a good one that is a good, like, detox mask, if you will. It's one of those ones where it kind of pulls out some excess oil. I was dealing with some breakouts this week, and I'll tell you why here in a second. But I felt like it was a good thing to kind of help me with the breakouts that I was dealing with. And it gets rid of excess oil, but without overly drying your skin. It's not one of those masks that's like a clay-based that like gets rock hard. Kind of stays creamy for the most part. It smells really good. It smells like fall. It smells like pumpkin. But it's a really gentle exfoliator. The pumpkin enzymes help to kind of break down, you know, if you've got like some dry skin flakies hanging out. Like, it just kind of is a good refresh for the skin. I really like this one. I do have a discount code for dermatology if you're interested in trying this. I don't think it's one of those masks that I would be like, yes, it's the best thing I've ever tried. But it's a really nice one, and I would say if you have an oilier skin type like me, it's definitely one worth checking out. And it's a huge tub. I mean, this is 6 ounces of mask. Like, it's gonna take me probably until the end of the year to finish this one, but it's on my list of. So this year I'm thinking of doing another like skincare panning challenge. I'll probably end up talking a little bit more about that in February, but during the month of January, I've kind of been pulling some things out where I'm like, okay, like if I do not finish these things by the end of this year, they're gonna have to go. So I think this might be on that list. So anyway, I do like it. Speaking of breakouts, I had to rely on this week. This is the Derma E Sulfur Spot Treatment. This is colloidal sulfur and salicylic acid. It smells absolutely atrocious. Craig hates the smell of this stuff. It smells really bad. But that being said, if I have a pimple, I put this on a pimple and immediately the next day it is reduced by half. And then another day of treatment, it's pretty much flattened and gone. This is very similar to, Kate Somerville has a similar thing to this where you've got your liquid and then there is some colloidal oatmeal or whatever it is down here, this pink stuff. You take a Q-tip, a clean one, dip it in there to the bottom, get some of the pink stuff, pull it back up, and then you dab on your little pimples. So I broke out because I got this new silk pillowcase and I didn't wash it before putting it on my pillowcase, and then I was sleeping on it for a couple nights, and all of a sudden I woke up with like pimples, and they were pimples mostly on the sides of my face, which is, I've turned into a little bit more of a side sleeper in recent months. And so right where my head was like on my pillow, my Sleeping Glow pillow, it was just pimples, pimples. So that'll teach me to not wash my linens when I first get them before using them. Wash your linens before you get them. I really like this new silk pillowcase, but yeah, I definitely paid the price. So finally, everything's flat now. I do still have a little bit of hyperpigmentation left, but I'm going to be fixing that, oddly enough, with this stuff. I don't know if this was like Dermalogica's plan all along, but they sent me this like acne fading stuff from their clear line. And with it, they sent this beautiful silk pillowcase. And so I got the pillowcase and I was like, oh, it's beautiful. It's like this beautiful blue color. And I just stuck it on my thing without washing it and then broke out. I don't know if that was part of their game plan, because normally I don't actually have pimples to try to fade. I'm pretty lucky. It's very rare that I break out, but when I do, I That's a major bummer. I forget what that feels like. So anyway, this clears it up very quickly. I'm actually thinking about, I feel like I might have to help Stella with this, but I feel like this is a good, she's gonna hate the smell of it, maybe not. Stella is breaking out. I've talked about this in recent videos. She's starting to break out, and we're trying to find what works for her. Benzoyl peroxide does not work for her. Someone had mentioned adapalene, and I don't know why I didn't think of that. So I think we might get her some adapalene to put on her skin. Hopefully that helps with clearing it up and then preventing new ones. I was gonna suggest using this on her pimples, but Stella, she has some things about smells and fragrances, and I really don't think that she would be able to stomach that. Her sensitivities are, the ones she has are strong. So maybe not that, but I mean, it works like a charm for me. Like I said, within like a day or two, they're gone. And this is super, I think this is under 15 bucks. Super affordable and super effective, but it's stinky. By the way, if you can hear anything in the background, Alfie is chewing on a bone right now. So that like gnawing that that's not some weird ghost that lives in this house. It's my dog. All right. So this week, I've been using this for my body cream, not on my arms because those are sensitive, but on the rest of my body. I've been using my Sol de Janeiro Baume Dia Bright Cream. You guys, I love this. I don't know why I haven't been using this as regularly as I should have been. I love the Boom Boom Cream. It's still my favorite fragrance, but boy, do I love this because this smells a lot like the Seven Virtues Vanilla Woods perfume. Have you guys smelled that? If you haven't, it's incredible. It's so good. Oh, I love that particular perfume. Anyway, if you like that perfume, this smells almost exactly like it. Speaking of dupes, here's another one. I love wearing this one with the perfume because it even intensifies that more. But this is a wonderful body cream. This does have AHAs in it, right? Yeah. Infused with renewing fruit AHAs and vitamin C. I don't necessarily notice any like brightening effect when I use this as a body cream, but I also have not been using it like daily. I've used this probably 4 times this week. The other days I've been a little bit more lazy about putting it on, but dang, does it smell good? I'll repurchase this one for sure. But that original Boom Boom Cream, that like pistachio caramel, like deliciousness, ooh, still a favorite, still. All right, a few makeup items. I will be doing my favorite makeup from 2021 on Monday. I've been playing with this. I did purchase this in 2021, and you'll probably see that in that video, the Natasha Denona Retro Palette. So I pulled it out because I'm kind of feeling like some nice springier looks these days, although today I busted out what was left of my last Max Satin Taupe. There we go. But for most of this week in any of my videos, what you've seen is from this palette here. I really love this palette. It's beautiful. It's got a lot of really nice like pinky purple tones to it. I'm sure a lot of you have this already. I do love the Natasha Denona eyeshadow formula. It's a little bit messier in that it has quite a bit of fallout, but despite that, I think it's very easy to blend. The pigmentation is wonderful. The wear is fantastic, although I do wear an eye primer, so that might, you know, if you're not an eye primer person, I don't know if these would be quite as vibrant like well into the afternoon for you, but for me, they do great with a primer, and I love basically every shade in here. I can't think of one that I would eliminate from this palette. Maybe this ombre color. I feel like they could have put something slightly different in the place of this guy right here. But it's still a pretty color. I just am not as drawn to that one, but the rest of them, I've worn every single shade. Super pretty palette. I like this one a lot. This was a great release from them last year. I busted this out again. I try not to use this so much, but you guys, this is a spoiler. My favorite blushes are, and for last year, the ones that I reached for the most over and over again were the Hourglass blushes. This is still from that limited edition holiday release palette from several years ago, but I just love this formula. They are probably the most expensive blush that I have in my collection, but they're also the most beautiful. They just provide this glow to the cheek with like this beautiful, natural, more believable pop of color. They're just so easy to wear. The longevity is amazing, and they don't have a huge color selection, But the ones they do, I've just fallen in love with, and I just don't ever see myself not loving these Hourglass ambient lighting blushes. I think they're gorgeous. I wish that they would make more of these palettes where you can just get several different options. Now, Ulta does have some in this style, but it's usually like 2 highlighters with a blush in the middle. I also have this one here, which is a highlighter, a bronzer, and a blush in the middle. I love this one too. By the way, this one is the Ambient Lighting Palette in Diffused Edit. This one's gorgeous too, but this one you can't get. The other one you can, so maybe I'll link that one. But anyway, I just love these Hourglass blushes. And then on my lips, I did get a couple of the BK Beauty lipsticks. And this week I've been wearing Inner Beauty, which is very pretty. The packaging of these I think is quite nice. It's pretty like blush, nudie blush color. It's magnetic, so like it feels very like luxe packaging. Got their little logo on the top there, but the shade itself is really beautiful. I'll give you guys a swatch here, but I do have it on my lips. So it's a really nice rosy, like warm rosy shade. Not too brown, not too pink. It's kind of almost a Your Lips but better color. I like it. I will say I wish there was a, not necessarily like a fruity scent to this or just some kind of scent to it. It just kind of smells like lipstick that doesn't have any like flavoring or scent to it. And sometimes that can smell maybe a little bit like Play-Doh. I know this lipstick hasn't gone bad. It's definitely a newer product anyway, so I don't think it's gone bad at all, but it just smells like lipstick that doesn't have a fragrance to it. I have lots of lipsticks that have this particular smell, but I think I'm so used to so many of my things being fragranced. That being said, I really like this formula. It is a nice saturated color. Sorry, I have to wipe this off before I get it on my white sweater here because that will happen. It's nice saturated color. It's a creamy formula. It feels hydrating. It's smooth on the lips and it just feels really nice. Definitely a formula that I would recommend. I think they have different kits available where you can get like several of them or you can buy them individually. I really like this one though. I think this Your Lips But Better type of color is fantastic. This also reminds me, oh my gosh, I have to do a lipstick declutter. I've been putting that off. There's a lot of things that I need to get rid of makeup wise, and most of it is actually like lip products that I've just been putting off, but I have to do it. Would you guys be interested in a declutter? I don't know if people still watch that kind of stuff anymore, but let me know if you're interested in that. All right, you guys, that is it for this video here. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. There is some home fragrance stuff coming up this weekend that I have already pre-recorded, so if you're interested, that's what's going up. Please subscribe if you're new. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments down below. Let me know what you are loving this week, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.